anytime I'm not scoring, I feel like I'm not doing my job. And there was like 3-4 consecutive games that I just wasn't getting on the board. No assists, no goals, no nothing to my name. And I felt like, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I just wasting space here? I felt like I was just going on a downward spiral. Like you could see in one of the games that my face just looked like, I'm like, does she even look like she wants to be here? And like, that's what like lack of confidence will make you do. Like it'll make you look like you don't love the sport that you actually do love. So I feel like a lot of times we talk about confidence is key, but there's a way to like harness that. So I want to know like how you guys get out of that negative self-talk and you kind of really channel your inner confidence.
Mm-hmm. I think like confidence really comes down to like you putting the work in and kind of knowing who you are. You know, if you've done the work and you kind of earn your confidence through that merit, then you can kind of you hold that for a long time. And it's hard for somebody else to break that confidence if you know internally who you are. And there's going to be times where you've had a bad day or had a bad game, didn't play the way you thought you would, and you kind of lose. You kind of start to doubt yourself, But I think going back to what you said like earlier, like your performance isn't who you are, and I think that's really important in knowing your potential, your capability, what you can do both on and off the court. And all of that together kind of builds your confidence a little bit.
Right.
Do you have like a time where you feel like you lost your confidence, and then like what did you do to get it back?
I mean, many times. Yeah, like it can even be like small moments in a game. Like I don't do exactly what I thought I would be able to do, or I'm not hitting the ball the right way. But I think once I realize that I'm going through that sort of moment, I try to turn or flip the switch to kind of just help my team in any way I kind of can, And from there, once I do the little things, I'm like, no, okay, I was able to help my teammate do this, or I was able to play defense a little bit better. Then you kind of start to build your way back up instead of trying to make that game-winning play like over and over again, because then you're just going to slowly start to go downhill.
Yeah. When I think of like regaining my confidence when I lost it, I always love like film visuals. Like I love The Last Dance, like Michael Jordan, like anything like crazy athlete that'll like get me pumped. Like I'm gonna just consume all that type of media. Like is there anything like you guys do like off the field that might be kind of like related to like a person that you idolize that like helps you kind of get your swagger back?
Yeah, I kind of listen to Kobe speak and kind of just going back to his little YouTube videos of him, Tom Brady. Just hearing them speak, I think their voice carries. And just hearing how they got through things, being the GOATs they are,
right.
Like I think that can tell me like every athlete's gone through things, you know what I mean? But how are you gonna help yourself get through it is the main thing.
I feel like for me, like music is a big part of it. So like I feel like I have certain songs or like certain artists that like their music kind of just exudes confidence or gets me in that like state of mind. So I think that's a big thing before games. So if I ever feel like I need confidence, like I'll put on certain songs.
Yeah. And if you ever fall short, I'm in the comments like, go! So I know we're all athletes and super big on nutrition, but every once in a while we get to have cheat days. So I want to know, Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out?
In-N-Out for me.
In-N-Out.
Yeah.
I've never had In-N-Out.
Really?
No. Chick-fil-A.
I'm so late.
You
gotta go there right after this.
It's like
For
a
sure.
Cali
There's one
rite
down
of
the street, I
passage.
think.
Yeah.
It's a Cali rite of passage. I will personally take you, but Chick-fil-A for me, the waffle fries.
I'd say Chick-fil-A shakes, In-N-Out burger.
Okay, I'll go Chick-fil-A though.
Chick-fil-A. I've actually seen some people like go to In-N-Out and
fire.
Chick-fil-A.
I never thought
of that.
And get both. I'm like,
I'm gonna do that then.
I like Chick-fil-A breakfast. That's
Chick-fil-A
like
breakfast.
Chick-fil-A breakfast is the best.
The
actually.
tater tots?
Yeah.
So back to what we should be doing, which is eating right and getting those nutritious meals in. What's your guys' go-to meals in terms of Monday through Friday?
Me, I'm a big Chipotle guy, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I go to Chipotle, get me a little rice bowl with chicken and some other little stuff in it. Yeah.
As long as you're easy on the sour cream, I think.
Yeah, no sour cream.
Oh,
yeah.
Well then there you go.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm Chipotle.
Yeah, to that point, I think really it's like I can still go out and eat. It's just I have to get the bowl instead of the burrito and like can't do any cheese or whatever. But definitely like I found that meal prepping really helps me. And so I'll do like chicken and rice and like some broccoli bowls that'll last me like 3 meals, whatever. And that's been really helpful, yeah.
Meal prep is so key. I find that when I don't plan ahead, then I end up just taking the easy route, which is the fast food.
DoorDash.
Yeah, so I think like that'll get me every
DoorDash.
single time. So I'm just big on like, I already know what I'm gonna have Tuesday night, I already know what I have Monday night. Like I know what I'm gonna have, that way I don't have to take the easy out just because I'm tired or have some excuse to not get my nutrition in.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Just meal prepping and then figuring out like if you do have to eat out or you're in a situation where you're like out and have to eat at a certain place, like navigating like the menu and what's healthy at, because you can get some like healthy meals at fast food places or whatever it is. So just being conscious of that and figuring out good ways to navigate that.
Yeah, I'd make a big thing of pasta, throw in some seasoned beef, some mushrooms in there, and just have that.
Okay,
for,
chef.
like, yeah, I mean, like I like to cook, but I also hate cooking just because it takes so long.
Yeah.
And again, like your easy way out, just DoorDash some food, and it'll be there in like 20 minutes.
Quick.
But yeah,
That DoorDash.
yeah, but I mean the money racks up when I take that DoorDash.
For sure,
oh,
dude.
look at my credit card statement. Oh, it's rough. Yeah. But yeah, like I'll try to make like a bunch of food just so like I have it throughout the week, And again, I plan it out too, to where like, okay, like a Monday night I'm gonna cook and then I'll have food for however many days, and then next day I gotta go to the grocery store and then get food and make it again and stuff. So I think meal prepping is definitely key just for like just time and efficiency.
Yeah. I'm lucky enough to be close to home, so my mom always has food that I take for leftovers. Like she knows I'm in and out. Like I will definitely take that. And just being like at the athlete dining hall, I feel like Little G is our sanctuary. Like if I didn't have that, I mean the staff there is amazing with like they're already making health conscious meals. So I don't have to think too much when I'm at the athlete dining hall. So a big woosah sometimes is needed, especially because there's so many things thrown out our way. How do you guys let go of all the minor setbacks that you might face throughout your year?
I think something I tell myself a lot is just that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. And that was a big thing for me, I think, just referring to things I've gone through. Like I had a breakup last year that at first was very hard for me. But then like just having that mindset of like this is happening for me and all the doors that this can open and how I can grow from this, like it ended up being a really good thing and so many opportunities came from it. And so yeah, I think that's just my mindset, is like how can I take this bad thing and make the most of it.
I love that saying so much.
Yeah, I think same for me. This past year, my team went to nationals for the first time in probably 10 years. And we placed, I think, 4th out of like 10 teams, which was, it's not bad, but I remember just thinking, like being so defeated about it and being like, we could have done so much better. And I think over time I realized that like, well, look at how we were now and look at where we can get this next year. And so it was like, this is just showing us what we're capable of so it's like finding the silver lining to any situation.
I feel like now that I'm in my last year, I have to let go in order to experience like the entirety of my year. So I think I'm getting like really good at like, you know what, I don't want to repeat of what I've already done. Like I've already lived through it. I've already learned from that, whatever lesson it is. Like we've been losing first and second round for like a couple of years back to back now. And it's like, we know we're better than this. And each and every year we know what we should have done. So now it's just about like shedding that and living in what you said you were going to do.
Exactly.
I think for me it's just trusting God's plan, and kind of understanding what it is He has for me and kind of using it as a lesson more than anything.
Yeah, I think like a big thing is just reflection. and understanding, you know, why you feel a certain way in certain situations, and from there you can kind of understand like, oh, maybe I'm like just carrying baggage from something else, and that sort of affected this situation and stuff. And so being able to kind of ask yourself, you know, the hard questions, I think will help that process a lot too.
Yeah. Also just think when good things happen to you, like, or you're in a good spot in your life or whatever it is, like all the bad things led to that. So I think on the flip side, like when you're sitting in those bad things, just like keeping the faith that this is all leading towards that good, and just like remembering that.
Love that.